we're talking about some freezing rain, or at least the possibility of that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is we've got freezing drizzle out there right now. Remember, this is a liquid that falls onto a frozen surface, and that's where you get your ice from, and that's what we're working with tonight. So it's a good thing the de-icing crews were out on our major roads today. That's actually going to pay dividends tonight as well. Just within the last half hour, and I've already talked about it, but in case you're just rolling in the door, until midnight, the area you see here in pink is a lot of us a freezing rain advisory, and this includes the entire metro area out to Hillsborough and Forest Grove and Banks, off to the east side until you get to the mouth of the Columbia River Gorge. And this is the area where, first of all, roads are wet from the day, and so we're going to have some freezing issues from that, but we're also seeing these light bands of increasingly, it's drizzle instead of the snowflakes. You see the white earlier in the day? This is the snowflakes that we saw earlier. Now we're seeing more of these bands of actual liquid falling from the sky, and that's just adding to the trouble because our temperatures, well, they're sitting right at or just below freezing. They've been dropping ever so slowly tonight. We're down to 31 in Beaverton and Garden Home. Westland up top 30 degrees. So you get the idea. There's wet roads, and then you add the drizzle on top, and now you've got the freezing temperatures. That does spell trouble for us. 34 in Salem, 33 in Corvallis, and even Astoria, you may go below freezing before the night is done. This is the way it looked earlier today, though. We were talking about snow. This is southeast Portland, thanks to Ole who sent this one in. A little dusting on the side of the roads, but didn't seem like a big deal because the roads were, you know, above freezing for the most part. They were kind of melting, and the roads were fine. Well, tonight, some places those roads are going to turn slick. Look at our lows this morning. 28 in Portland. We had below zero some places in eastern Oregon, so cold all over the Northwest. And high temperatures today made it to 33 in the Rose City. The last time we've had 3 back-to-back days this cold, you know when it was? December 2009. So it has been a long time. I'm talking about Portland specifically. It was warmer in Eugene where the sun came out and it was 40 degrees. Now today's flurries and the drizzle that we're having tonight, all related to this disturbance dropping down from the north, taking kind of a damp, moist atmosphere we have right near the surface and wringing out a little bit of extra moisture today. That's what was going on, and I think that disturbance is going to move on out by midday tomorrow at the latest. So between now and then, I think we'll have a little more of that drizzle. But high pressure takes back over, and the big picture is that's going to block the snow and the rain as we go forward for the rest of the week. Now, that doesn't mean sunshine, though, in the valley. Look at this. I think the details really matter because it's the opposite of what you'd expect the rest of the week. It'll be sunny and mild most afternoons along the coast. It's going to be sunny and mild most afternoons in the foothills of the Cascades and on Mount Hood. And guess where it's not going to be sunny and mild, at least not a lot of the time? Down here in the valleys where the low clouds, the cold air, the fog gets stuck. And so we'll have slow clearing each day. And like we saw over the weekend, not everybody gets sunshine every day as we make it through the rest of the week. Mid-40s along the coast tomorrow. Nice day there. How about mid to upper 30s in the I-5 corridor? That's the best we can do. We'll watch for a slick commute. Central and eastern Oregon, you're gradually warming up, especially tomorrow afternoon. It will be warmer. Near freezing or just below in the gorge tomorrow, and 37 for a high temperature up in Government Camp. That, by the way, is the same high temperature we're going for in Portland. A morning low of 30, an afternoon high of 37. Morning freezing fog and pockets of drizzle. Otherwise, areas of afternoon sunshine. 36 for a high in Hillsborough, 36 in Gresham, 37 at PDX. If you're in Clark County, 37 in Vancouver and Battleground. You'll top out at 35 tomorrow afternoon. So we'll watch for some gradual clearing tomorrow, and by then, I think the threat of this freezing drizzle will be long gone. So it's really tonight, as the traffic drops off for the evening commute, that's when we're going to see an increasing number of roads beginning to ice up. So keep that in mind if you're out later this evening.
And I know you'll be sending out updates on your Facebook page.
You know, I just posted one on Facebook weather page. I sure did, and also on Twitter tonight. So as we get those reports of icy roads, we'll pass them along right away.
All right, Bruce, thank you.
Thank you, Bruce.